minus 3, 2 minus 1, option C. 1 minus 2, 3, option D. 2, 5, 0. Quick. In less than a minute, you are supposed to say the answer to this. Less than a minute. Do it quick, make it fast. Yes, someone? Option? ఏంటమ్మా వరుస చేస్తున్నారు ఎట్లా కొట్ల ఏదో కరెక్ట్ అవుతానా డేస్ ఇది కూడా here this is P, this is lambda. Now P minus lambda I into x equals to 0. Okay. Actually, this also not required. Directly I can write. But 3 minus 2, 2, really. Don't forget the board. Please write it. We have to finish so many things now. This minus lambda. Lambda is minus 1. 3 minus of minus 2. And this is minus 2 of minus 2. And 1 minus of minus 2. Into x. x1, x2, x3 is equal to 0, 0, 0. Okay. So this is 3 plus 2. This is 5. x1 next minus 2x2 plus 2x3 equal to 0. And this is minus 2 minus of minus. So only we have got x2 equal to 0. And again here, sorry, x3 equal to 0. Again here, 1 minus of minus 1 plus 2. 3x3 equal to 0. Obviously, we have got x3 is 0 from these two. And what about the next? 5x1 minus 2x2 equal to 0. 5x1 equals to 2x2. x1 by 2 equals to x2 by 5. That equals to x3 by 0. So what you can say? 2, 5, 0. Is an eigenvector. It is there in option B. Right? Is an eigenvector. Corresponding to the eigenvector value minus 2. Okay, we haven't done 3 by 3 matrix, so we have written now. So almost different kinds of eigenvalues, eigenvectors we have covered. Now let us move on to the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Note it and finish it. Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Every square matrix square matrix, every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. Its own characteristic equation. Satisfies its own characteristic equation. See here, this is Cayley-Hamilton theorem. If there is a square matrix of order n by n, what is the degree of the characteristic equation? What is the degree M? Degree M of the its degree will be of order, its degree will be also n. Okay, write down. Consider a square matrix of order n by n. Consider a square matrix of order n by n. Of order n by n. Then its characteristic equation is of the form minus 1 power n lambda power n plus k1 lambda power n minus 1 plus k2 lambda power n minus 2 k2 lambda power n minus 2 plus so on plus kn equals to 0, kn equals to 0. Let it be equation 1. I am saying in place of lambda, if you put a, then it will satisfy. Okay, lambda is a number, but a is a matrix. You have to write accordingly. By Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we can write. Right up. By the above theorem, we can write minus 1 power n, capital A power n plus, in place of lambda, I am writing a, capital A, k1, a power n minus 1, k2, a power n minus 2 plus so on plus kn minus 1. Actually here k n minus 1 into lambda. Kn minus 1a plus kn equal to 0. Is it okay or not? Say yes or no? Huh? How many say yes? Raise the hand. Emma? Yes, raise the hand and Malay. Say Nepal. How many say yes? Faraga? Huh? ఏంటి చేయంటే చేసి ఎవరు చేయి వాళ్ళు ఎత్తారు నువ్వు బలవంతం say listen, it is matrix. A is matrix multiplied by minus 1 power n. A power n minus also matrix. Multiplying A n minus 1 times. This is also matrix. So on A also matrix. But what about Km? Constant. How you can add a constant to a matrix? It is not possible. So what you can say? Km into identity matrix. Now this is matrix, identity matrix is a matrix of order n by n. Then you can add all of these. This is the justification of Cayley-Hamilton theorem. in terms of the statement. Write down where capital I is an identity matrix, of order n by n, K1, K2, so on, Kn are constants, K1, K2, so on, Kn are constants, which are obtained by the elements of the matrix capital A, which are obtained by the elements of the matrix capital A. Right? Padikoba. Enti? You want to take rest or seeing the movie, na? Em chestunnadu? Nuve padikoyina. Please study, right? Okay. See, this is equation 2. Listen. What's the use of finding it or applying this? If you multiply throughout with the A inverse, write down application 1. Write it, application 1. On multiplying throughout with the A inverse, A inverse, equation 2 implies what's happening? Equation 2 ni A inverse to multiply cheyandi. So what you are getting? Minus 1 power n, A power n minus 1. Plus A1, A power n minus 2. Plus on Kn minus 1 into A inverse. Kn minus 1 into I. Because you are multiplying with the A inverse here. A into A inverse. A into A inverse will become identical. Plus Kn into I into A inverse will be A inverse equal to 0. Keep A inverse on the right. Remaining entirely on the other side. So A power minus 1 equal to minus 1 by Kn minus 1 power n, A power n minus 1 plus K1 A power n minus 2 plus n minus 2 plus 1 plus Kn minus 1 into I. That's enough. It means we can find the inverse of the matrix just by using the powers of the matrix. If A is of order 2 by 2, you can find inverse by writing this equation up to A. If A is of order 3 by 3, by finding A and A square, you can write inverse. If A is of order 4, you may use A squared A cube. You can find A inverse. Okay, write out. The inverse of the matrix can be obtained by using the inverse of the matrix can be obtained. The inverse of the matrix can be obtained by using the powers of the matrix. By using the powers of the matrix. If A is of order n by n, we use the powers of A up to A power n minus 1. If A is of order n by n, A is of order n by n, we can use the powers of A up to A power n minus 1. A power n minus, okay? This is one application. You can find inverse. And listen, one more important thing. We can find the powers also very easy. Right? Second result. Second result. Result 2 or note 2. Note 2. The powers of the matrix can be obtained. The powers of the matrix can be obtained. By using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. By using Cayley-Hamilton theorem very easily. Write down a problem given in the previous KIET examination. Please write. Given that A equals to minus 5 minus 3, A equals to minus 5 minus 3, 2, 0. And I equals to 1, 0, 0, 1. The value of A cube is trial 15A plus 12I. Next 19A plus 30I. 17A plus 15I. 17A plus 21I. 21I. Trial. Easy. What's happening? వాళ్ళిద్దరిని నువ్వు చెప్తాను. You have some problem, okay? Then you are allowed. But again, don't have any problem. Then you have problem. When you fair follow, you follow. Notice the pen order. ఏ భాష మా భాష నాకు అర్థం కాదు ఎక్కడ వస్తలేదు ఇందాక అసలు మొత్తం కాలేజీలో తెలుపుతూ వచ్చింది అవునమ్మా ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ నుంచి అక్కడికే వెళ్ళాను ఏంటి ఇంజక్షన్ పొడిచినప్పుడు నీకేం కారణం చెప్తున్నాను కదా వెళ్ళండి వెళ్ళా త్వరగా లెటర్ నోట్స్ రాయి ఆమె ఎందుకు లేప రాసుకో నేను ఫోన్ చేస్తాను నీకు అక్కడ చాలా మంది స్టాఫ్ ఉంటారు వాళ్ళందరూ వచ్చి పట్టుకుంటారు వెళ్ళరా పో అమ్మా హియర్ లిసన్ A is a part of 2 by 2. What is Cayley-Hamilton theorem says? Huh? What is characteristic equation? You are only allowed. నువ్వు రాసుకోమ్మా నువ్వు నోట్స్ రాయాల నోట్స్ మా డిటర్మినెంట్ ఆఫ్ A minus lambda I. Determinant of -5 minus lambda -3 to 0 minus lambda equal to 0. So if you write this, lambda square plus 5 lambda plus 6 equal to 0. By Cayley-Hamilton theorem, what you can write? A square plus 5a plus 6i. ఆయన డాక్టర్ గారు వచ్చేది 5కి ఇప్పుడు కాదు క్లాస్ అటెండ్ అయ్యాక then you may go. ఆమె రాదు మాకు వెళ్ళాలంటే మాత్రం గేట్ మార్కులన్నీ కట్ చేస్తారు each and every mark will be negative. So she will not. No. నువ్వేటో రావా గ్యారంటీ ఆమెను తీసుకెళ్ళడానికి వచ్చావు ఏంటి సెలైన్ సెలైన్ 2 hours ఆనందం కదా వెళ్ళిపో వాళ్ళు ఎవరు వెళ్తున్నారు వాళ్ళు తీసుకునే This implies A square equals to minus 5a minus 6i. Okay, but we need the value of a cube. We need the value of write down. You can do that. I'm equal. We need the value of a cube. You have to express a cube in terms of a. How it is? A cube equals to yes, minus 5a square minus 6a. This implies, or this is equal to, you may write equal to minus 5 into a square. What is a square? Minus 5a minus 6i minus 6i. Next, minus 6a. So this is equal to 25a minus 6a, 19a minus 30i, that's enough, plus 38. Your what answer? 19a plus 38. This was asked in the previous KIET examination. Okay. In the same similar manner, for higher powers also, you can utilize the same Cayley-Hamilton theorem, right? Right on. Right on. Consider the matrix capital A equals to -3 to minus 1, 0. Then A satisfies the equation. Then capital A satisfies the equation. Option A plus 2i plus 2A inverse equals to 0. Option B, A square plus 2A plus 2i equal to 0. Option C, A plus I into A plus 2i equal to 0. Option D, e power A equal to 0. Equal to 0. And in the above, another question in the same, like in part 1, part 2, sometimes you may be given linked questions in which each one may have 2 marks. Okay, but the data is set. A power 9 equals to option A 511A plus 510I. 510I. Option B 300A plus 104I. Option C 154A plus 155I. Option D e power 9A. E power 9A. See, listen. In the first part, you just consider it seems to be this equation is satisfying. One of the equations satisfies the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So for that we need to write characteristic equation. What is characteristic equation? A minus lambda I determinant equals 0. So minus 3 minus lambda 0 minus lambda plus 2 equal to 0. So this implies this is what now? Lambda square plus 3 lambda plus 2 equal to 0. Lambda square plus 3 lambda plus 2 equal to 0. Okay. So what you can say? By Cayley-Hamilton theorem, what you can say, ma? A square plus 3A plus 2I equal to 0. Which one satisfies not this, this, and also this? A into A square, I8 plus 2I8, 3A plus 2I square, 2I. Okay, only this is the answer. Observe it. Definitely you may get it. Okay, Rasnava, Ryan. Do it, make it fast. Finish or not? Last. Now what about A power 9, Amma? From this you can say A square equals to minus 3A minus 2I. Is it clear? Now A power 4 equals to A square into A square minus 3A minus 2I into minus 3A minus 2I. Okay. Do it. Same. Standard test ఏంటి hello hello mic testing లాగా. Just waiting for the caution. Do it now, make it fast. Daily. A power 4. What we are getting? 3 into 3, 9a square. 2i plus 4i. Next, 3 into 2, 6 plus 6, 12a. Again, we have a square. Okay. So 9 into what is a square from that? Minus 3a minus 2i plus 12a plus 4i. So this is equal to, yes, 9 into 3, it is minus 27 plus 12a minus 25a. Next, 9 into 2, sorry, minus 25 or 15. Minus 15a. Next, minus 18 plus 4, minus 14i. What about a power 8? A power 4 minus 15a minus 49 into minus 15a minus 49 equals to, what you can say? 225 a square 196 I square, that is I. 15 into 14, what's the value of that? 2 into 15 into 14, 2 into 15, 30, 30 into 14, 420. So you can say plus 428. 225 a square is minus 3a minus 2i plus 196i plus 428. 225 into 3, 675. 675 plus 420. 675 plus 420. Minus 255a. What next? 450i minus 450i plus 196. So minus 254i. That is a power 8. Now this implies a power 9 equals to minus 255 a square minus 254a minus 255 a square is minus 3a minus 2i minus 254a. If you simplify, this will be 6 and 55 into 3, 165. Okay, 765 minus 7, 254. 765 minus 254, 115. 511a. This is equal 511a. Next, this is 510i minus 254a. 510. So, what is it? Minus 510 minus a plus a plus 510i. So option A is the answer. Just we have not done anything, applied the Cayley-Hamilton theorem doing simple multiplication. Simple multiplication. Just by applying the simple multiplication, you have got this. Enter, if people are struggling, if you want, you can come and sit here or somewhere there. ఎండలో ఇబ్బంది పడుతున్నాను. ఏంటమ్మా? Is it okay? Right. Everybody have taken this? Noted or not? Okay. Right, next. Another one to find the big matrix polynomial using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Right on this. Find the matrix polynomial. Find the matrix polynomial. A power 8 minus 5a power 7 plus 7a power 6 minus 3a power 5 plus a power 4 minus 5a cube minus 5a cube plus 8a square minus 2a plus I. రాయాలి. రాయమ్మా, ప్రసంగం ఆపు. వెనక్కి తిరిగి ఏంటి గంట కాదంటే ఓటేయమని చెప్తున్నా. ఏ నియోజకవర్గం చెప్పు. ఏమ్మా? If capital A equals to 211, if capital A equals to 211 010 112. Do it now. చేయాలి. Say, listen. My A equals to this one. You need the powers of A. Only A power 8 and 10. By writing Cayley-Hamilton theorem, you can do it. But even if you have given such a matrix polynomial, then also you are able to get the value of it very easy. How you can do that? If A equals to this, by characteristic equation. What is characteristic equation? Emma, determinant of 2 minus lambda 1 1 0 1 minus lambda 0 1 1 2 minus lambda. You have to equate it to 0. This implies, consider second row. This is plus, minus, plus. This is plus and again minus. So 1 minus lambda into, leave this column and this row. 2 minus lambda into 2 minus lambda minus 1 equal to 0. 1 minus lambda 4 plus lambda square minus 4 lambda minus 1 equals to 0. Now this is minus lambda cube and this is 3. 3 into minus lambda minus 3 lambda and again plus 4 lambda square and again plus lambda square and next minus 4 lambda. What next? 3 into lambda plus 3 lambda plus this is plus 3 minus 3 lambda is finished. This is plus 3 into 1 plus 3, that's enough. So the characteristic equation is lambda cube minus 4 lambda square. Actually here you are getting one more lambda, minus lambda minus lambda, plus one more lambda. So therefore this is minus lambda. So plus 5 lambda square. Next 7 lambda minus 4 plus lambda square minus 5 lambda square minus 7 lambda. What next? Minus 3. By Cayley-Hamilton theorem, a cube minus 5a square minus or plus? Minus 7 lambda is that minus common is the plus. Plus 7a minus 3i. This is Cayley-Hamilton theorem application. Okay. Now only simple thing is we are going to get that matrix polynomial just by dividing this itself. That matrix polynomial divided with the, tell me, a cube minus 5a square next plus what I have to do. Minus 5a square plus 7a plus minus 3i. All of you listen. You can copy it in a minute. Please listen. A cube into a power 5. What you are getting? A power 8 minus 5a power 7 plus 7 a power 6 minus 3a power 5. All gets cancelled or not? Huh? I'm dividing the entire matrix polynomial with that Cayley-Hamilton theorem result. Okay. Remaining up a power 4 minus 5a cube plus 8a square minus 2a plus I. Okay. Again, what you can do? Plus a power 4 minus 5a cube plus 7a square minus 3a. Again, minus plus minus plus. These two, these, and this is a square plus a plus I. Okay. See here, the entire matrix polynomial a power 8 minus 5a power 7 plus 7a power 6 3a power 5 plus a power 4 minus 5a cube plus 8a square minus 2a minus 2a plus I. Amma, this is equal to. ఎవరామె వచ్చిందా వెళ్ళిపోయిందా? క్లాస్ లో నుండి వెళ్ళిందా? అమ్మా ఎవరు వెళ్ళింది? వెళ్ళారా? ఐఎమ్ నాట్ గెటింగ్. అంటే అవంట బాగా భయపడుతున్నారు మీరు. చెప్పమ్మా, ఏంటి గేట్ దగ్గర ఉన్న వాళ్ళు చెప్పండి. వాకౌట్ చేసిన అసెంబ్లీ సమావేశాలు. మినిమం courtesy or the manners. ఏమైనా ఇంపార్టెంట్ వర్క్ ఉంటే they have taken a permission and then they are supposed to go out. She can go like that, but that doesn't come under the manners of the student, even for the teacher. And class so what does it mean? There used to be the animals which don't know the language, which don't know the manners. They used to come inside and go out and roam around. Oh, we cannot do like that. Ona gaga. Emma, correct na? Padipothunnarenti. Next meera enti. If you want to go out, really if you are having some work, you are supposed to ask the permission. And if it is required, then I will give it. Okay? Or somebody will give it. Now listen, that matrix polynomial is equal to. I don't want to give this much of thing. But even for some small simple things also may be given like in the previous one. But by doing this division, you may get the answer very easily. See, if you are having 9 amma divided with 2, 2 into 4 will be 8, the remainder is 1. So 9 equals to 2 into 4 plus 1. 9 equals to 2 into 4 plus 1. Okay. So this is a power 5. A power 5 plus a into divisor is a cube minus 5a square plus 7a minus 3i. Okay, plus What is this? Reminder. A square plus A plus I. What is this value now? This is totally 0 from the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So this part will become 0. So this is equal to A square plus A plus I. Among this kind of things will be given among the options. Okay. Because it is of order 3 by 3, that matrix polynomial can be expressed just by using the powers of 2, A square. Powers of 2, A square. Just note it. కూర్చో ఫోన్ వద్దులే కూర్చో వద్దు ఫోన్ గేట్ క్లాస్లో ఫోన్ ఎలా చేయరు మనకి ఎమర్జెన్సీ కాల్స్ వచ్చినా సైలెంట్లో పెట్టే నీకే కాదు నాకు కూడా కాల్ వచ్చింది ఇప్పుడు నేను చూసి పెట్టేశాను అంతే మాట్లాడచ్చు ఎవరివన్ హ్యావ్ టైగర్ దిస్ వన్ ఆర్ నాట్ లైట్లు వేసుకోండి అమ్మా చీకటి finished? Noted? Even for such big matrix polynomials also, by using the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, you can find the base powers, maximum powers. You can find using this. Right. Just do simple problems, 2 more problems on the eigenvalues and eigenvectors, and then we will do the next. Right. The eigenvalues of the matrix the eigenvalues of the matrix 9, 5, 5, 8 are option A 2.42 and 6.86. Option B 3.48 and 13.53. Option C 4.70 and 6.86. Option D 6.86 and 9.50. Tell me quick, make it fast, based on the properties only. Chapali, Naraga. We have given 2 eigenvalues. What about sum of eigenvalues? Lambda 1 plus lambda 2 equals to 17. వీటిలో ఏది 17 దగ్గర ఉన్నాయి. Which one is nearer to the 17? 6 plus 2, 8. 4, 8 and 10, 9 point. It is not nearer. Ma, 13 and this. This may be somehow nearer. Okay. 6 plus 4, 10. It is not nearer. 9, 6, 15. 16 point something. This is also near. Among these two, how to decide? Product of eigenvalues. 72 minus 25. What is 72 minus 25? What's the value? 47. Which one is nearer? While doing multiplication. 13 threes, 39. And you can do that. But 9 into 6, 54. It is far beyond it. Okay. If you do the multiplication, it is far beyond. So what is the answer? Obviously 3.48, 13.53. Yes or no? చెప్పండి కరెక్టేనా కదా? ఏం సార్ చెప్పరేంటి? నెక్స్ట్. The minimum eigenvalue eigenvalue the minimum eigenvalue of the matrix, please write. Three, 5, 2, 5, 12, 7, 2, 7, 5 is my right options 0, 1, 2, 3. Option A 0, B 1, C 2, D 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. You will be having 3 eigenvalues. Lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. Okay. Say yes or no. Okay, right. Instead of finding all the 3 eigenvalues and utilizing which one is the minimum, just write the product. Product of 3 eigenvalues equals to determinant 3, 5, 2, 5, 12, 7, 2, 7, 5. Tell me quick. What is the value of it? చేయాలి. Yes. Which one? Listen, what is the determinant? Determinant is 0. Among the given options, you have 0, 1, 2, 3. వీటిలో మినిమం అంటే ఏమని చెప్తారు? Among these three, if any one is 0, that will be 0. Product of some value with 0 will be equal to 0. So any one of those eigenvalues must be 0. So what is the answer? Simple, common sense. Okay. Say yes or no. Clear? Right? Next. Let capital A be a 4 by 4. Capital A be a 4 by 4 square matrix. Please write. 4 by 4 square matrix. Satisfying the equation. A square equals to I. Satisfying the equation. Satisfying the equation. A square equal to I. Okay. Say yes or no. Then the positive eigenvalue of A is positive eigen. What you are doing? Please write. Positive eigenvalue of A is positive eigenvalue of A is what is positive eigenvalue of A? Here I is identity matrix a part of 4 by 4. Please note that one also. Here I is identity matrix. I is identity matrix of order 4 by 4. Identity matrix of order 4 by 4. Chappan Toraga. This was also each and every one which we have discussed now were given in the previous GATE examination. In the mark, A square equal to I. If lambda is eigenvalue of A, for A square what is eigenvalue? Lambda square is eigenvalue. Yes or no? Find it. If lambda is eigenvalue of capital A, one. 4 eigenvalues are all are equal to 1 only. Okay, right now, but eigenvalues of I are 1, 1 only. So lambda square equals to 1. So lambda square equals to 1. So this implies lambda equal to plus or minus 1. Lambda equal to plus or minus 1. Okay. So what is positive eigenvalue? 1. Right now. Therefore, the positive eigenvalue of A is +1. Positive eigenvalue of A is +1. Positive eigenvalue of A is +1. Is it finished? Clear ainda leda? Say yes or no? Right. So we discuss next model matrix and spectral matrix. See, listen carefully. Suppose if capital A is a matrix of order 3 by 3. Okay. Say yes or no? Now, if it is having eigenvalues lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, since it is of 3 by 3, 3 eigenvalues, that its corresponding eigenvector be x1. x1 means x1, y1, z1. Okay? And for this x2, this is equal to x2, y2, z2. And this is x3. This is x3, y3, z3. Okay? So these are eigenvalues, these are eigenvectors, and they will be like this. Right? So what you can say now? That's good. What I am saying from the beginning of the afternoon session. Because I am unable to view you how many are sleeping and how many are driving the heavy vehicles in the midnight. చెప్పాను కదా ఇంతకుముందు అర్ధరాత్రులు హెవీ వెహికల్స్ నడిపే వాళ్ళు ఒక్కోసారి ఎట్లా నడుపుతారు కళ్ళు తెరిచేమిస్తారు డ్రైవ్ చేస్తానే ఉంటారు ఏమ్మా y1 z1 x2 y2 z2 x3 y3 z3, nothing but this is x1 x2 x3. A matrix is constituted formed by the eigenvectors of the matrix capital A. Okay? Now, on writing this, by using P, we can diagonalize capital A. How? P inverse into AP equals to D. D is the diagonal matrix, where the diagonal matrix consists lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 as the principal diagonal elements. Okay. Now this matrix P is known as model matrix. The obtained diagonal matrix D is known as spectral matrix. Spectral matrix. Okay. So that is the use of finding, or that is the utilization of the eigenvectors. Eigenvectors. Please write down. Consider a 3 by 3 matrix. Consider a 3 by 3 matrix. Capital A. Capital A. That its eigenvalues are, lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, and the corresponding eigenvectors Yeah, మంచినీళ్ళు లేవు. వాటర్ లేవు. బస్ పంపించండి క్లాస్లో. But its corresponding eigenvectors be x1, x2, x3, where x1 equals x1, y1, z1, x2 equals x2, y2, z2, x3 equals to x3, y3, z3. Now constitute a matrix P. Constitute a matrix P with the eigenvectors. With the eigenvectors. So P equals to first row x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3, z1, z2, z3 equals to x1, x2, x3, which is known as model matrix. Which is known as model matrix. Model matrix. By using this, we can diagonalize the given matrix capital A. Such as P inverse AP equals to capital D. P inverse AP equals to capital D. Capital D. That equals to lambda 1 0 0 0 lambda 1 0 0 lambda 2 0 0 0 lambda 3. Okay. And this diagonal matrix contains eigenvalues of A, as its principal diagonal elements. As its principal diagonal elements. And the diagonal matrix is known as spectral matrix. Spectral matrix. Outside signals ఉన్నాయి బా, inside signals ఉన్నాయా లేవా చెప్పాలి. ఇంకా సెలైన్ అయిపోయాక బయట ఉండి రాయి చెప్తారా? ఫోన్ వస్తే బయటకి ఎట్లాంటి సరిపోతా? ఇక్కడే ఉందా తిరుగుతున్నా? వేరు వేరు వాళ్ళని సృష్టించావు. వస్తే క్లాస్లో రమ్మని లేకపోతే వెళ్ళమను. ఆమె రాదు వెళ్ళదు. కట్ చేసావా లేదా? రైట్. దిస్ ఈస్ నోన్ యాజ్ స్పెక్ట్రల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్. అమ్మా మోడల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ అంటే మనకి ఇచ్చిన మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ని డయాగ్నలైజ్ చేసేదాన్ని మోడల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ అంటారు. డయాగ్నల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఏదైతే డయాగ్నలైజ్ అయ్యిందో దాన్ని స్పెక్ట్రల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ అంటారు. మోడల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఈజ్ ఫార్మ్డ్ బై ఐగన్ వెక్టర్స్. Diagonal matrix is formed by or spectral matrix is formed by eigen values. Spectral matrix or diagonal matrix is formed by eigen values. Okay na? So P inverse AP equals to D. By using this, again you can find the powers of the matrices. You can find the powers of the matrices. Before that, you just write similar matrices definition. Already you have written equal matrices, equivalent matrices, elementary matrices. Now I am going to say similar matrices. Please write similar matrices. Similar matrices. Similar matrices. Two matrices, capital A comma capital A cap. Capital A comma capital A cap are said to be similar matrices. Are said to be similar matrices if A cap equals to P inverse AP, where P is model matrix, where P is model matrix, obtained by the eigenvectors of the P is model matrix, obtained by eigenvectors of the given matrix. Eigenvectors of the given matrix. Given matrix. Okay. Right. Here, already we have discussed about that. Now, what you can say? If A cap is equal to P inverse AP, A cap and A both will have same eigenvalue. Both will have same eigenvalue. But corresponding to same eigenvalue, okay, if xi is eigenvector for A, listen, if xi is eigenvector for A, xi is eigenvector, then for A cap, P inverse xi is eigenvector. Okay? Right up. For the same eigenvalue lambda I, for the same eigenvalue lambda I, if xi is eigenvector, if xi is eigenvector of the matrix A, then P inverse into xi is eigenvector of A cap. P inverse into xi is eigenvector of what, Amma? A cap. What is the meaning? If two matrices are similar, their order will be same, and also what is same? Eigenvalues are same, not eigenvector. Right on. That is if two matrices are similar, if two matrices are similar, their order is same, Their order is same as well as they have same eigenvalues. They have same eigenvalues. Okay. Aya, listen. ఎవరు మంత్రం చదువుతున్నట్టు చదువుతున్నారు ఫోన్లో. అయ్యా మంత్రాలు ఆపండి. Here P inverse into AB already you know is equal to diagonal matrix. Lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 are eigenvalues of A. They are principal diagonal elements of D. Okay. And using their eigenvectors, you are getting P. Right? So now I am going to write P inverse AB into P inverse AB is equal to D square. So as matrix multiplication is associative, this one is A into P inverse A. So this implies P inverse AIAP equal to D square. Okay, combine these now. AIA. P inverse A square P equal to D square. D square. P inverse A square P equal to D square. Have you got it or not? Say yes or no. We have A square now. A square equal to or P inverse A square equal to, write this P inverse on the right. P inverse D square P inverse. These two will become I. P inverse A square I equal to D square P inverse. Write P in the left. P inverse A square. A square into I will be A square. P D square P inverse. So this will be I. A square equal to P D square P inverse. Similarly, A power m equals to P into D power m P inverse. The power of the matrix can be obtained by the model matrix and spectral matrix. No doubt. Quick. Where D power m equals to D is lambda 1 0 0. So D power m is lambda 1 power m 0 0. 0 lambda 2 power m 0. 0 0 lambda 3 power m. రాయాలమ్మా. ఏంటి మీ నలుగురు బాగా చలించిపోతున్నారు? What is the reason for the vibrations between among you people? ఈ మధ్యలో ఆ వైబ్రేషన్స్ కారణం ఏంటి? ఏమ్మా అప్పుడప్పుడు అట్లా వస్తాయా? చెప్పాలి. Have written now. So you can express the power of the matrix in terms of the diagonal matrix as well as the model matrix. Model matrix is formed by eigenvectors. Diagonal matrix is formed by eigen values. Last, clear? Say yes or no? Right. So this is some important application. Listen. అయ్యా ఇక్కడ మనకి ఐగన్ వాల్యూస్ ఇచ్చి మోడల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ అడగొచ్చు. అంటే ఐగన్ వెక్టార్స్ ఇచ్చి మోడల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ అడగొచ్చు. Let me write a simple problem based on the first one. What are eigenvalues and eigenvectors for 1, 2, 2, 4? Write down. For a 2 by 2 matrix, the eigenvalues are given as 0, 5. The eigenvalues are given as 0, 5, and their corresponding eigenvectors are. Please tell me what is an eigenvector for 0. You have already written in the beginning of today's class itself. Chapal, Paraga. What is an eigenvector of 0? Infinity. Eigenvector. Number of eigenvectors. Yes. 1 minus 2 na minus 2 1. Minus 2. Minus 2 1 comma 1 2 are their eigenvectors respectively. Please write the question. I'm saying the question. Minus 2 1 comma 1 2 are the eigenvectors of the matrix respectively. Ma, interval ఇచ్చారు పక్కన లేపు ఆయన మీ పక్కన ఏం జరుగుతుందో కూడా తెలియదు. ఏమ్మా ఏ బ్రాంచ్ నువ్వే ఏ బ్రాంచ్ అమ్మా? అయ్యో మళ్ళా ఏం ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ ఇట్లాగే ఉంటుంది. ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ పక్కన ఏం జరుగుతున్నా తెలియకపోతే ఎట్లా? ఆ న్యాచురల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ చూసావా? ఆమె చెప్పగానే నువ్వు చెప్పబోయినా తెలిసింది. ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ అంటే నువ్వేంటి ఎవరన్నా చెప్పగానే చేసేయాలా? రైట్. And their eigenvectors are given like this. Okay. Say yes or no? Right. Then P equal to, this is x1 x2. x1 x2 P equal to x1 x2 P equal to x1 x2 is a model matrix. x1 x2 is a model matrix. Now the corresponding diagonal matrix P inverse AP equal to, or P inverse AP is corresponding diagonal matrix P inverse AP is. చెప్పాలమ్మా అయిపోయిందిగా, బ్రేక్ అయిందా నీది? Huh? Completely you have taken the break. Huh? I'm already తీసుకుని కాబట్టి ఎవరు teacher లేదు. JET exam లో బ్రేక్ ఉండదు. 5 minutes గా 10 minutes గా 1 minute కూడా ఉండదు. అమ్మా నేను తాగుతానే చెప్తాను తెలుసు తెలుసు కూడా అట్లా ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి అమ్మా ఈరోజు మనం we have to finish this and I need to give some more problems to solve it on this matrices అయిపోవాలి వాటి మీద కొన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇవ్వాలి మళ్ళీ క్యాలిక్యులస్ స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి రేపటి క్యాలిక్యులస్ పూర్తి చేయాలి ఇన్ని పనులు ఉన్నాయి మళ్ళీ క్యాలిక్యులస్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఐ థింక్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ అటెండెడ్ ప్రాబబిలిటీ స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ అటెండ్ అయ్యారు లేదా గతంలో అక్కడక్కడ ముక్కలు అటెండ్ అయ్యారు అవునా లాస్ట్ లో అన్ని ముక్కలు కలుపుతాం మనం అర్థమైందా ఏమ్మా ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ చెప్పమ్మా ఏ ముక్కలు కలుపుతాను చెప్పు టమాటాలు బెండకాయలు ఇంకా ఏంటి చెప్పు అవి కాదా ఆవకాయ ఇంకేంటి చెప్పమ్మా you have already attended the probability and statistics classes last lo malla combine chestam and along with this you are having discrete mathematics permutations and combinations set theory and algebra propositional calculus lo propositional calculus lo conjunction disjunction joint denial if and only if conditions ఆ తర్వాత quantifiers statements ఇవి important okay the more of you are using in your computer science right and graph theory లో different types of graphs వాటి మీద వచ్చేటువంటి అప్లికేషన్స్ పర్టికులర్ గా లీనియర్ గ్రాఫ్స్ ఉంటాయి ఆ తర్వాత లైన్ గ్రాఫ్స్ ఉంటాయి ఆ తర్వాత స్పానింగ్ ట్రీస్ ఉంటాయి ట్రీస్ అండ్ స్పానింగ్ ట్రీస్ వాటి మీద ఎక్కువ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వస్తాయి we have to discuss all these okay so from mathematics itself you people are getting around 20 marks 20 marks లో కనీసం మీరు 15 చేయగలిగితే ఇంకొక 3-4 సబ్జెక్ట్స్ చూసుకుంటే క్వాలిఫై వాట్ ఇస్ ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి చివరికి మా బ్రేక్ ఇచ్చేది లేదు గేట్ గురించి ఇంకెంతసేపు చెప్పాలో చెప్తానే ఉంటా ఆన్సర్ అంటే ఏం లేదు you have already written a concept you see the concept it was asked for 2 marks previously not the same question a similar one see the concept you can write a matrix that's enough P inverse AP is or the subtained diagonal matrix is x1 is first okay na x1 is first so what is the corresponding eigenvalue 0 0 0 0 5 0 0 0 5 okay ఎట్లమ్మా this is lambda 1 this is so then corresponding ఉండేటువంటిది ఏమవుతుంది lambda 1 0 0 lambda 2 the same thing I have written okay ఇందులోనే ఇంకోటి రాయండి if p equal to x2 x1 if p equals to x2 x1 is model matrix x2 x1 అంటే ఏంటమ్మా what is x2 1 2 minus 2 1 ఆర్డర్ మారుస్తున్నాను గమనించాలి I am saying x2 x1 then the corresponding diagonal matrix P inverse AB is what is it 5 0 0 0. So you are supposed to write lambda 1 0 0. This is lambda 2 you have to write. Okay, because you are having x2. Everybody have got it or not? Emma అర్థమైందా మనము అక్కడ మోడల్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ని ఎట్లా ఫార్మ్ చేస్తున్నాం the way which we are forming the model matrix based on its order we are going to write the diagonal matrix for the position of the eigenvalues in that diagonal. Everybody got it? Yes or no? Right, next. Complex matrices. Complex matrices. A matrix capital A equals to alpha plus I beta of RS of order m by n. Alpha plus I beta of RS of order m by n. Is known as complex matrix where alpha comma beta are real, I is imaginary number square root of -1, R is the row position, R is row position, S is what is the sum? Column position. S is column position. M by n is m is number of rows, n is number of columns. M by n is order of the matrix. Say yes or no? M by n is order of the matrix. Okay. If any expression or any number in that matrix, any number in that matrix are of the form or in a complex or as a complex number, okay, then such a matrix is known as complex matrix. Okay, if A is a complex matrix, what is A bar? Not BAR, just write A dash. Yeah, అర్థమైందా ఏ బార్ అంటే బార్ అంటారు ఏమి అలవాటు ఉందా అన్ని నిజాలు ఈవినింగ్ చెప్పొద్దులే అయ్యా ఏ బార్ మీన్స్ వాట్ అమ్మా యు ఆర్ రీప్లేసింగ్ మిమ్మల్ని అడగలేదని ఫీల్ అవుతున్నారా nowadays all are welcome there not here right here we are writing A bar means we are going to write the conjugate of the element alpha plus I beta. Okay, alpha minus, if the complex number is replaced by its conjugate, we call it as conjugate matrix denoted by A bar or A theta. So RS apart M by N. Please write conjugate matrix. Conjugate matrix. Conjugate matrix. If all the elements of a matrix are replaced by its corresponding conjugates, if all the elements of a matrix are replaced by its complex conjugates, are replaced by its complex conjugates. The subtend matrix is known as conjugate matrix. So A conjugate equals to alpha minus I beta RS apart M by N. RS apart M by N. Okay, this is about conjugate. Ma, you may write a note. See, I am saying alpha and beta are real. If there is no part of the side, if there is no imaginary number, or the imaginary part is 0, here also 0. We call it as real matrix. Okay, we call it as real matrix. If capital A is real, then A equals to A conjugate. Right. If capital A is a real matrix, if capital A is a real matrix, then A equals to A conjugate. A equals to A conjugate. Okay, right, next. Hermitian matrix. Hermitian. Hermitian matrix. మీకు ఇప్పుడు బ్రేక్ ఇచ్చాను అనుకోండి మీరు అసలు బ్రేక్ వేయలేదంటే 4945 ఏమ్మా ఎగ్జాక్ట్ 4 అయింది కదా 4 2 రండి 2 minutes అడిగారు అంతే we are finishing linear algebra అయిపోతుంది and immediately we will start the next one and by the meantime we will do some problems also. త్వరగా అయ్యా నువ్వు సంచులు సర్దబాకు 2 minutes బ్రేక్ వెళ్ళరా సంచి సర్దబాకు పెట్టి అమ్మా ఎవరు వెళ్ళేవాళ్ళని వెళ్ళండి, నన్నేం చేయమంటే బ్రేక్ వెళ్ళదు రమ్మంటున్నాను. మొత్తం వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. బుక్స్ ఇక్కడే పెట్టేయడమే. ఎవరి బుక్స్ వాళ్ళే తీసుకెళ్ళమని చెప్తాను. అబ్బా అంత తొందరగా ఉండదు. అయ్యా ఎవరు బుక్స్ తీసుకెళ్ళడానికి లేదు, బ్యాగ్స్ తీసుకెళ్ళడానికి లేదు, మళ్ళీ ఇమీడియట్గా రావాలి. ఏమ్మా నేను స్టార్ట్ చేసేస్తా, ఇబ్బంది ఏం లేదు. ఇప్పుడు మీ ఏజ్ ఎంత? 19 or 20? 19. సో బై 21 yearsకి నేను లెక్చరర్ అయ్యాను. ఎప్పుడు పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ అయిపోయి, అంటే ఏదో ఉద్యోగం చేశా కదా. సో ఆఫ్టర్ ఫినిషింగ్ యువర్ 21st year యూ ఆల్సో హ్యావ్ టు డూ సమ్ జాబ్. అది మీరు ఏ జాబ్ చేస్తారనేది మీ దాని మీద ఆశ మీద ఏమంటారు, మీ శ్రద్ధ మీద ఆధారపడదు. నా మీద ఉండదు. అది మీరు క్లరికల్ జాబ్ చేస్తారా, అటెండర్ జాబ్ చేస్తారా? అమ్మా ఏంటి ఆపాలా? వస్తుందా? 2 minutes ఇచ్చింది బ్రేక్. అయ్యా నువ్వు బ్యాగ్లు ఇక్కడ పెట్టు, ఏం సర్దుతున్నా నెమ్మదిగా.
స్టార్ట్ అయిన తర్వాత ఒకసారి జీపీఎస్ కౌంట్ ఫోటో తీయమని. జీపీఎస్ కౌంట్ ఫోటో తీయమని.
సార్ రాయనే మళ్ళీ వచ్చేస్తాం.
ఫోటో ఒకటి
అది మీ ఇష్టం. చూద్దాం ఈరోజు ఎంతమంది వస్తారో దాన్ని బట్టి రేపు బ్రేక్ ఇచ్చేది, నెక్స్ట్ టైంలో బ్రేక్లు ఇచ్చేది ఉంటుంది. అర్థమైందా? వెరీ గుడ్. అందరు నీకులా ఉండాలి. లాస్ట్ వెళ్ళావు, ఫస్ట్ వచ్చావు లోపల కూర్చో. స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నా. కూర్చో, ఇంకెళ్ళేది లేదు. బ్యాగ్ తీసుకొచ్చు. అదే ఇటు తిరిగి ఇటు వచ్చావు కదా, బ్రేక్ ప్రదక్షిణ చేశాను. Okay, right now, Hermitian matrix. A square matrix. A square matrix. Capital A is said to be Hermitian. A square matrix. Capital A is said to be Hermitian. If A transpose equals to, if A transpose equals to A conjugate, if A transpose equals to A conjugate, A transpose equals to A conjugate. Okay. A transpose equals to A conjugate means, listen, by writing the transpose, it will be equal to A conjugate. If you find the eigenvalues of such matrix, they will be definitely real. Okay, if you find the eigenvalues of such a Hermitian matrix, the eigenvalues will be real. Write down. The eigenvalues of Hermitian matrix are always real. The eigenvalues of Hermitian matrix are always real. Are always real. Next, skew Hermitian. Skew Hermitian. Skew Hermitian. A square matrix. Capital A is said to be skew Hermitian. Capital A is said to be skew Hermitian if A transpose equals to minus A conjugate. If A transpose equals to minus, if A transpose equals to minus A conjugate. Okay. What are eigenvalues of skew Hermitian among? What are eigenvalues of skew Hermitian? Huh? What are eigenvalues? What are principal diagonal elements of skew symmetric? Principal diagonal elements of skew symmetric are always zeros. Skew symmetric. Here I am saying about eigenvalues of skew Hermitian. The eigenvalues of skew Hermitian matrix are always either purely imaginary or zeros. Okay, they may be zeros or purely imaginary. Real part becomes zero. You may get imaginary part, or from imaginary part also may be zero. Okay, please write that. The eigenvalues of skew Hermitian matrix. The eigenvalues of skew Hermitian matrix are always either zeros are purely imaginary. Are purely imaginary. Purely imaginary. Okay. If capital A is Hermitian, this implies I into A is skew Hermitian. I into A is skew Hermitian. Just by multiplying all the elements of A with imaginary number, and the entire will become skew Hermitian. Okay. If A is skew Hermitian, this implies I into A is Hermitian. I into A is Hermitian. Okay. So in order to convert one to another, just multiply with the imaginary number I. Now, write an important result. Every square matrix can uniquely be expressed as be expressed as sum of a Hermitian and the skew Hermitian matrix. Skew Hermitian matrix. Okay. If you consider this as B, that will be Hermitian. This is C, that will be skew Hermitian. How to say this? Come on. B transpose. Find B transpose. What is B transpose? Half into A transpose plus A transpose conjugate transpose. That equals to half into A transpose plus transpose will get cancelled. You will get A conjugate This is equal to half into A plus A transpose conjugate whole conjugate. See, if you write the conjugate to this, A conjugate, you are getting there. And A transpose conjugate whole conjugate will be A transpose. Okay, so this is nothing but what? Is it B or not? Is it B conjugate or not? This is equal to B conjugate. B transpose equals to B conjugate, therefore B is Hermitian. Right now. B transpose equals to B conjugate, therefore B is Hermitian. Next. What about C transpose? C transpose equals to half into, I'm writing the transpose A transpose minus A transpose conjugate transpose. This is equal to half into A transpose minus transpose will get cancelled. Okay, so you are getting only A conjugate. So this is equal to what now? Minus half A minus A transpose. Okay, whole conjugate, and this is conjugate. If you apply the conjugate here, A conjugate, it is there. A transpose conjugate whole conjugate is A transpose, it is there. Right, minus inside. You are getting the same. So this is equals to minus C conjugate. Minus C conjugate. Is it okay or not? Clear? Right. Last. Clear? Is it clear? Say yes or no. Right. So every square matrix can be expressed as sum of SUM, sum of Hermitian and skew Hermitian matrix. Ma, ఈ ముగ్గురు రాలేదా? ఆ నోట్స్లు ఇక్కడ హ్యాండ్ ఓవర్ చేయండి. వాళ్ళ ఫోన్లు ఉంటే అవి కూడా హ్యాండ్ ఓవర్ చేయండి. నెక్స్ట్ టైం బ్రేక్ వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు if it is required, you have to hand over the phones. If you don't have the phone, no break. Normally, I won't give the break. Okay. Is it clear? Correct or not? Say yes or no. There will be some conditional bail center. Conditional bail eval. Right. Is it finished? Right. Now, let you write unitary matrix. Unitary. Unit matrix is different from unitary matrix. Unitary matrix. Okay. Right now, a square matrix. A square matrix. Capital U is said to be unitary. Capital U is said to be unitary. Unitary if U into U transpose conjugate. U into U transpose conjugate equals to U transpose conjugate into U equals to identity matrix I. Identity matrix I. Okay. Identity matrix I. I is identity or unit matrix. Capital U is unitary. Unitary. It is just like that of A into A transpose equal to A transpose into A equal to I. Okay. What is A into A transpose equals to I? If A into A transpose equals to I, what you call A? What you call A? Orthogonal matrix. చెప్పాను కదమ్మా ఉదయం. Orthogonal matrix. It is generalization of orthogonal matrices in complex matrices. Right now. It is generalization of orthogonal matrix in complex matrices. Orthogonal matrix in complex matrices. ఎవరమ్మా వాళ్ళు ఈ క్లాస్ వాళ్ళేనా తప్పిపోయారా It is generalization of what? Orthogonal matrices in complex matrices. మా ఏంటి తప్పిపోయారా మీరు క్యాంపస్ అడ్రస్ దొరకలేదా ఏంటమ్మా చెప్పండి అర్థం కాలేదు నేను చెప్పింది నువ్వు చెప్పమ్మా ఏమైంది ఏం అవలేదు జస్ట్ అలా వచ్చారా ఆక్సిజన్ అంతా మీరు పిలిస్తే పాపం బయట వాళ్ళు ఏం కావాలి ఏంటమ్మా మీరే లాస్ట్ స్పెషల్ స్నాక్స్ పెట్టారు మీరు రైట్ హియర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ జనరలైజేషన్ U is unitary, I is identity. What about their order? What about their order? Do the order of unitary and identity both are same or not? Say yes or no. I and you both are of same order. Write down. I and not myself. Okay, I means what? Identity matrix. You, not yourself. Okay, I and you both are of. Both, right now. I and you both are of. Both are of. Both are of same order. That's why we are here. We and I, you. Both are of same order. That you have to remember. I is identity or unit, not unitary. U is unitary. U is complex matter. Right. Now let you write the properties. U inverse equals to, what is U inverse? U transpose conjugate. Okay, na? U transpose conjugate inverse equals to U. U transpose conjugate inverse equals to U. Next, if U is unitary, if U is unitary, implies U transpose also unitary. U transpose also unitary. Next, if U is unitary, if U is unitary, implies U inverse is also unitary. U inverse is also unitary. Next, product of two unitary matrices. Product of two unitary matrices. Two unitary matrices is also unitary. Product of two unitary matrices is also unitary. Next, Japamma, what are eigenvalues of unitary matrix? What are eigenvalues of orthogonal matrix? What is determinant of orthogonal matrix? Determinant equals to plus or minus 1 for orthogonal matrix. Determinant means product of eigenvalue. Product of eigenvalue is equals to plus or minus 1 for orthogonal. Here, product of eigenvalues is equal to for unitary. What is product of eigenvalues? Here plus or minus 1. There it will be, its magnitude is 1. Magnitude 1 avutunda, plus or minus 1. Here also, for any unitary matrix, the product of eigenvalues has its absolute value 1. If you take I vachinanukod, what is magnitude? 1 kada? I can be written as modulus of 0 plus I into 1. I into 1. So that equals the square root of 0 square plus 1 square, nothing but 1. In the same manner, minus I. In the same manner, 1. In the same manner, 1 minus something. So you are getting only magnitude. Right now. The product of eigenvalues of unitary matrix. The product of eigenvalues of video this night. వాళ్ళు కూడా వచ్చారు వాళ్ళని కూడా తీసి అప్పుడు పెట్టి ముందు డిలీట్ చేయమని లేకపోతే వాళ్ళకి ఒక్కొక్కరికి 1000 రూపాయలు 10,000 ఫైన్ పడుతుంది. బాధపడ ఏమ్మా మీకు 10,000 సేవ్ చేస్తున్నాను కాబట్టి నాకు ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళు 5,000 ఇస్తే కావాలి. ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళు 5,000 ఇస్తే కావాలి. అందరు కలిపొద్దు, ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళు ఎక్కువ. ఓకే, కన్సెషన్ కదా. I'm saving your 5,000 rupees first. Right now, the product of eigenvalues of unitary matrix has its absolute value 1. Has its absolute value has its Absolute value 1. Okay. Now write down two important results. Write down. If P comma QR, P comma QR, P comma QR, two Hermitian matrices. Two Hermitian matrices. Then P plus IQ. Then P plus IQ. Now what you can say? P comma QR, two Hermitian. P plus IQ. Am right so? You may write the previous one actually. P comma QR, two Am Rasala. Hermitian Rasala. It's not like Hermitian. If P comma QR, real symmetric comma, real skew symmetric matrices. Real symmetric comma, real skew symmetric matrices. This is real symmetric. And Q is real skew symmetric matrix. Real skew symmetric matrix. Then P plus IQ is. Then P plus IQ is. P is symmetric. Q is real skew symmetric. Then what about P plus IQ? P plus IQ. చెప్పాలి త్వరగా whole conjugate కోసం ఏమవుతుంది P minus IQ. Okay now you know P is P transpose. Okay, and you know minus Q is plus I into minus Q is Q transpose. So this is equals to P plus IQ whole transpose. Because Q is real symmetric, Q symmetric. Q transpose equals to minus Q. Okay. P is real symmetric. P transpose equals to P. Okay. Now P plus IQ whole transpose equals to P plus IQ conjugate. What is P plus IQ? A bar equals to A transpose. What is it? Hermitian. P plus IQ is Hermitian. If P, Q are real symmetric and real skew symmetric, P plus IQ will be Hermitian matrix. Please write. P plus IQ is Hermitian matrix. Or otherwise you may write Every Hermitian matrix can be written as P plus IQ, where P is real symmetric, Q is real skew symmetric. P is real symmetric, Q is real skew symmetric. P plus IQ is Hermitian. Have you written? Yes or no? Yes or not? Right next. Mark. Any square matrix can uniquely be expressed as A plus IB. What is A? What is B? I am asking you what is A, what is B? Right up. If any square matrix can be expressed as A plus IB. A plus IB. Then Hermitian skew Hermitian lo చెప్పండి. What is A? ఇంతకుముందు ఆల్రెడీ రాసాం. Any square matrix can be expressed as Hermitian plus skew Hermitian అని రాసాం. Say yes or no? Now A is Hermitian. I into B is skew Hermitian. If I into B is skew Hermitian, what is B? B will be Hermitian. If IB is skew Hermitian, just before the break you have it. If IB is skew Hermitian, B is Hermitian. B is Hermitian. Say yes or no? Clear? Right? Any square matrix which can be expressed as A plus IB, then A is Hermitian, B is also Hermitian. Please write. If any square matrix which can be expressed as A plus IB, A plus IB, A plus IB, then A comma B are then A comma B are what are A comma B? Both are Hermitian matrices. Both are Hermitian matrices. Both are Hermitian matrices. చెప్పమ్మా ఏంటి మీలో ఎంతమంది ఎగ్జామ్ రాశారు? మ్యాథ్స్ మీద ఎగ్జామ్ ఎవరైనా రాసారా? రాయలేదా? రాసారా రాయలేదా అంటే ఏంటి? ఏది చెప్పరు? Next, write down. So this finishes the linear algebra. Now let us continue with calculus. Calculus syllabus recent GATE syllabus. ఎవరి దగ్గర లేదా? ఉందమ్మా, గుడ్. అందరి దగ్గర మొబైల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. గేట్ సిలబస్ అని కొట్టండి వస్తుంది. మీ అంత తెలియగల వాళ్ళు ఎవరు లేరు అనుకుంటారు. ఎందుకంటే మీరంతా మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్, ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్, పక్కన ఎవరు నిద్రపోతున్నారో కూడా తెలియదు. ఏమ్మా తీయాలి గేట్ సిలబస్ అని. మీకు 2026 వస్తుంది, 2027 రాదు ఇప్పుడే. సిలబస్ ఓపెన్ చేయండి. మా ఫోటోలు తీయమన్నది. నా ఫోటో కాదు, ఏదో పెద్ద స్టైల్ పెట్టినట్టు పెట్టేసి తొందరగా సెర్చ్ చేయాలి. Imma, చెప్పాలి. Calculus is the ordinary calculus. Say yes or no. What is the first content in the ordinary calculus? Functions of single variable. Next, limit, continuity, differentiability. Unda? Okay. Functions of single variable and it is only an introduction. And anyhow, in algebra and sets, we are going to discuss about functions. Algebra sets lo akkada ostadi kabatti no need of discussing that simple one. Right now, limit, continuity and differentiability. Please write. Ivartha prepare avandi. Repo mostly eigenvalues, eigenvectors, solutions of system of homogeneous equations మీద. Homogeneous and random one questions isna. You are supposed to do it. Some 10 istana, 20 istana, endo istana. You are supposed to do it from morning till evening. Eppudo sari istana. Okay. So మీరు ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యారు, అందుకోసం ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యి వస్తారని ఇప్పుడు ఇవ్వలేదు. యాక్చువల్గా సార్ ఇప్పుడే ఇవ్వమన్నారు. ఓకే, సో ఇప్పుడు ఇచ్చినందువల్ల ఉపయోగం లేదు. చక్కగా టైం పాస్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. ఆమె అటొచ్చకుండా ఇటొచ్చకుండా పిలుస్తున్నారు. ఎవరో కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ అంతా అటే ఉన్నది. వాళ్ళని గడపకి వెళ్ళమంటే మొత్తం అటెల్ క్రికెట్ మ్యాచ్ సగం చూసి కావాల్సిన ఇష్టమైన ఫుడ్ అంతా తిని ఇదంతా తిరిగి వచ్చారు. అలా నింపాలని మంచిగా కావాలి. తాగమ్మా, నెంబర్ పొరంగు. రైట్ డౌన్ లిమిట్. Write down heading ordinary calculus, limit, continuity and differentiability. Limit, continuity and differentiability. What is the definition of a limit? Just Kaushik's definition. Simple amma. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఒక పాయింట్ ఏ దగ్గర ఫంక్షన్ యొక్క లిమిట్ ఎలా అవ్వాలి అని అంటే దిస్ ఇస్ ఫంక్షన్ f of x. as x approaches to a, either from left side or from right side. If the function value approaches to L, either from left side or right side, we call L as the limit of the function. Okay, that is right now L is the limit of f of x, limit of f of x at x equals to a, at x equals to a, if there exists a small del greater than 0, small del greater than 0, small positive value, that's nothing but it's a representation for saying small positive value, small del greater than 0, such that modulus of f of x minus L less than epsilon whenever modulus of x minus a less than del, modulus of x minus a less than del for some epsilon greater than 0 be given. For some epsilon greater than 0 be given. This is Cauchy's definition of the limit. In one ఉపయోగం లేదు. So you just write it. What is the meaning of it? Ma, here this is a minus del. This is a plus del. Very near. Okay. Whenever the difference is small, f of x, this is f of x minus epsilon. And this one is f of x plus epsilon. The difference, whenever this difference is small or this difference is small, the function value approaches to L. అంటే దీనికి మధ్య విలువ చాలా తక్కువ ఉంటుంది. That's the meaning of. This is the difference. Okay. When you are having a very small difference, the difference between this and this will be very small. Or when the difference of these two is very small, the difference of this and this will be very small. This difference. That is the meaning of it. X అనేది left side నుండి కానీ right side నుండి కానీ ఏకి approach అవుతుంటే the function value approaches to L. We write it as limit x tends to a f of x equal to L. Write it. We write it as limit x tends to a f of x equals to L. F of x equals to L. Okay. When you are approaching from left side, we are getting left hand limit. That is left hand limit equals to limit x tends to a minus f of x. How to calculate a minus left hand limit? How to calculate limit h tends to 0 f of a minus h exists అంటే ఏంటి? exists అంటే ఏంటమ్మా? నేనున్నాను. So I had some structure. అవునా కదా? నేను exist. If I don't have structure, అంటే నేను మీకు కనపడలే, వినపడుతున్నాను, ఏమంటారు? డజంట్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అంటారు. అంటే ఏంటి? ఒక విలువ ఉంటే that we call it as exists or finite. విలువ లేదు, not defined, infinity. We call them as does not exist. Okay, exist means finite value. And right hand limit equals to limit extends to a plus f of x equals to limit extends to 0 f of a plus h. Exists means again finite, and both left hand limit and right hand limit are existed, and when both are equal to L, that is left hand limit equals to right hand limit equals to small l, we say that L is the limit of the function at x equals. Okay, this is left hand limit and this is right hand limit, and both are finite and equal to L, we say L is the limit of the function. This is very, very important. Based on it, regarding modulus and regarding integer functions, you people have got the questions previously, mainly on modulus. Okay, if L is becoming as f of a, if L is becoming as f of a, then we call it as continuous. Function is continuous at x equals. Simple. అంటే దాంట్లో L బదులు f of a రాస్తే కంటిన్యూటీ వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో దానికి ఇంత బార్ ఆ డెఫినేషన్ అవసరం లేదు, సింపుల్ ఇక్కడ రాయొచ్చు. Continuity of a function f of x at x equals to a. Right? Continuity of a function. Continuity of a function f of x. Continuity of a function f of x at x equals పర్లేదు కూర్చో, అద్దాలు బయలుపోతాయి సిగ్నల్స్. ఏమ్మా వెరీ డేంజర్, కూర్చో. ఆమె రాకపోతే బ్యాగ్ నాకు హ్యాండ్ అవచ్చు, నో ప్రాబ్లం. డబ్బులు ఏమంటే తీసుకొని ఇస్తాను, వద్దులే. It's up to her. Tomorrow she will buy another one. She is more rich. No need of worrying her. Sit. Man, when do you class? Very fast. Very fast in communication. Huh? Right. A function f of x. A function f of x is said to be continuous. At x equals to a if left hand limit equals to right hand limit equals to f of a, function value at a. In place of n we are writing function value at a. Okay, that is limit extends to a, f of x equals to f of a. In order to say that the function is continuous, we have to find left hand limit, right hand limit, both supposed to be finite, both must be equal to f of. Then you can say the function is continuous. At the point a. Okay, continuity over closed AB. Continuity over closed interval AB. Finally, it allows not. 4 minutes. Huh? 1 minute na jata. Right. Continuity over closed AB. Right now. Continuity over closed AB. Continuity over closed AB. Closed AB means what? See, closed interval means it includes both the points A and B. In between A and B, we are having infinite number of points. Okay. Continuity over closed AB means, right on first one. After 2A, you are having some space. So you can find right hand limit at A. If f of x is continuous over open AB. Open AB means not A, not B, in between them. How to find continuity? At each and every point, if it possesses only finite value, we can say that is continuous. Prati point the graph finite value of okay, that is continuous over open interval. Next, and limit extends to A plus f of x equals to f of A. At A, we have some space on the right side. So when you approach towards A, from right side, limit extends to A plus f of x equals to f of A, and limit extends to B minus f of x equals to f of B. B minus. Right side to B, there is nothing. Only left side to B, we have. Some value. Okay, you are approaching towards B from left side. So limit extends to B minus f of x equals to f of B. And this one is f of A. And if f of x is continuous over open, then you can say it is continuous over closed interval AB. Okay. Next we have uniform continuity. So I discuss one of the simple properties and also definition of differentiability. What definition? Then we go many more problems. Much more which we have read in the previous KIET exam. Okay. Then we will continue after limit continuity. Okay. After finishing it, later on we will discuss the mean value theorems and theorems on integral calculus. And again, lines maintained. Most of these topics will be covered tomorrow. Okay, Captain.
This one.